The airport opening will be decided by the health officials. At the moment, it doesn't look like within the next 1 or 2 months. The reason for the delay is because first, about 54,000 Sri Lankans are wanting to come back, which we have to give first priority. The second reason is the capacity of PCR testing capacity, the quarantine centers. And the third most important reason is that now we are seeing the second wave, third wave happening in some other bigger countries. So those are the reasons that the decision to open the airport has still not been made. Tourism, actually, we first started off with making the guidelines, of 80-odd page guideline, how the accommodation sector particularly can be certified with us. We appointed KPMG to do the auditing process. That has already started. So basically, tourists can only book hotel accommodation in a certified accommodation, right? So the travel app has already been made with the assistance of ICTA and UNDP, where all the details of the tourists would be incorporated into the travel app. So how it's going to work is, when you apply for your visa on the immigration online application, our travel app also will be there. So you will have to complete that section, exactly which hotel you are staying on which day, so that after you get your visa, automatically the particular district, the 25 districts we have, the 25 districts will get an email from us, from our app, saying on such and such a day this guest will be in their district. Why is that needed? Is because of the PCR test that needs to be done and the contact tracing that needs to be done. So after the guest actually gets the visa, in the visa application process, we will tell the guest 72 hours before you would need to do a PCR test. That actually is a requirement now, even the airlines are requiring that. Then arrival, 1 PCR test in the airport or close to the airport. We'll be doing that, and we'll be using better technology so that you would not have to spend 18, 20, 24 hours. We are trying to finish it in 2 to 3 hours. And then the next PCR test will be done on the 5th to the 7th day. So that's basically the protocol that we are following. We are looking at long stay initially, long stay like 14 days minimum stay in one hotel. Obviously these guidelines will gradually be diluted if things improve. Actually, from a COVID perspective now, this is a health pandemic, right? So whether you're meeting a friend or you're Sri Lankan or you're foreign passport holder, unfortunately COVID doesn't make a distinction. So basically you need to follow the process. Now if you are coming as a tourist or if you are a family member of a tourist, in fact we have accommodated that in our app. In the app, we have asked the question from the foreign citizen, are you traveling with a Sri Lankan passport holder? And if they say no, that's fine. If they say yes, we ask that question, what's the relationship? So there's a drop box that will say husband, wife, child, mother, father, and other. At that point, the foreign passport holder can clearly indicate that they're traveling with a Sri Lankan passport holder, so that Sri Lankan passport holder will be tagged to the tourist route, if you like. So if you are coming as a Sri Lankan, I mean that doesn't come under tourism, but if you are coming under Sri Lankan, at the moment, as we all know, there's a 14-day quarantine. I don't believe that would be changed in the near future, simply because if somebody comes and says home quarantine and goes back to the village, you can infect people. Now with the tourists, the distinction is that the Sri Lankan who's going to go the tourist route, if you like, as per the app I explained, then they would be having three PCR tests, right? They would be contact trace. They would be in a hotel for 14 days, possibly in one hotel for 14 days. Now people would say that's not possible or whatever, but we are in touch, we are in discussion with health. And health is looking at the requirement for 14 days in one hotel. I mean that's at the moment, that's the requirement at the moment. We haven't put this protocol out at the moment simply because it's sort of evolving, and since the airport opening date also has not been indicated, we continue to make amendments to the protocol, and the time is right, we'll put it out. COVID, I believe, has given a new opportunity for Sri Lanka. It was forced upon us, obviously. We are using this opportunity, if you like, the downtime, to do a few things. One, we are working with other ministries, trying to uplift the standards at certain locations. We are trying to, from Sigiriya to Yala, to all the sites. We have identified over 4,950 new sites actually, which are not very popular, which we will include in our travel app actually. So the travel app version 0 is very basic. Version 1 will incorporate all the sites, all the hotels, all the tour operators, travel agents who registered with us with regards to tour guides, where the tour guides can be rated. So actually the travel app will be the complaint management side. There will be emergency button for the tourists to which you could press, that would share the location with the closest police station. So we are using this downtime to get things sorted. So travel app is one. We are opening branches, 3 branches this year, which we have not done before. The branches is basically to help people who are in the informal sector to register, people who are in the formal sector who have issues, to address their issues, to look at the infrastructure development, simple things like even signage and toilets, public toilets, things like that, and promotion of districts or provinces actually. We have never really done promotion of provinces. I mean, we've been promoting the same sort of locations year in, year out, so we'd like to use this opportunity to do that. We are actually looking at going ahead and working with the Vocational Training Institute to do some of our training, simply because they have over 200 branches, and that would be far more convenient for the industry as well if we do that. We are looking at, we started the process actually of converting the diploma, the current diploma, which is a 4-year diploma, into a degree. So that process has started. We are looking at, we are working with a lot of foreign funding agencies who are actually assisting us. I mean, UNDP is assisting us with the app, with the first 0 version. The World Bank is assisting us with version 1. ADB is assisting us with the content management. EU is helping us with the wellness. So we are really working on the wellness, the Ayurveda, that whole angle as well, because we have never really promoted that. So we're working on the MICE tourism, we are working on some videos. So we are using this downtime, and I'm positive because I think eventually Sri Lanka has handled COVID really well. The world knows it, and I think tourism, we know tourism will start one day. Domestic tourism already, as you know, has started. Our industry has gone through so many shocks, and we are proud of our industry. They've stood up all the time, whether it is tsunami or whether it's Easter Sunday bomb or even COVID now. We've been innovative. We've gone into quarantine hotels. We've gone into giving accommodation for seafarers. So I know that I'm positive about it, because I know that eventually when global tourism opens up, Sri Lanka will be on the top of the list for people to travel. And what we have to offer as a country, as one of the most beautiful islands in the world, is everything but a post-COVID tourist wants. I mean, nature, wellness, the space, the sea, the beaches, the whole thing. I mean, we have everything to offer, and I think it's a fantastic opportunity to reset Sri Lanka tourism. And from my side and my team side, we are doing everything that is possible to get things right in time for the airport opening.